Welcome to the first ever episode of Raw and Order Botch Along. That's right, we said that right. It's Botch Along. I am your host, DA Vincent K. Fabe. I am joined on this episode by our cohort in crime fighting and by our medical investigator, none other than RCMP, Dr. JLB. What's going on, man?
It goes on, good sir. Give me that scalpel. We are gonna get through these botches because it is a botch along, which basically means we want you to watch these botch alongs with us. Watch along, botch along. I hope you guys got that. If you didn't, I'm here to break it down for you because that's what I do. Going good, brother. How about you?
I'm great. I'm excited for this. We're going to try something new. We're actually doing a watch along on individual matches, individual segments from professional wrestling. Of course, we love doing this show. We do something unique on Sunday nights with Raw and Order WBU, where we do the wrestling booking unit and we actually charge the crimes. We do something unique on Tuesday nights with Officer Smarks also on those with the WBU, with the Raw and Order FBI. And then, of course, now we are starting the Raw and Order botch along, which is what we're going to do is we're going to take botch segments, whether these botches are injuries, which hurt us to watch our favorite wrestlers get injured. We get hurt emotionally, they get hurt physically, or sometimes, like tonight's episode, there are going to be botches that hurt us emotionally to watch because, oh my heavens, they're horrible. We're going to start this off, very first episode ever, with a botch by none other than the Ultimate Warrior. And we're going to do the WCW Monday Nitro from August 17th, 1998. About halfway through this, we get the Warrior versus Hulk Hogan promo in the ring at 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 14 seconds. Before I go too much farther and turn it over to JLB to give his brief rundown of the fact he's never seen this before, I do want to remind everybody that Raw and Order is part of the Tatnus Co. I don't do that as well as Smarks at all. The Tatnus Co. podcast network, which includes things like Basement Bullshit, Tatnus Uncensored, lots of other really cool stuff in the Dicebox Slam, which has current professional wrestler Nyla Rose on it. So it is a lot of fun for us to be a part of that network. It's been great for us. Now I'll hand it over to JLB to give us a rundown of what we're about to do on WCW Monday Nitro. Make sure you guys go and queue up the August 17th, 1998 WCW Monday Nitro. We'll give you a brief pause to finish queuing it up. 1 minute or 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 14 seconds is where you're going to want to do that. And that is on the WWE network. It may be other places, but for sure it's on the WWE network at 1 hour, 6 minutes, 14 seconds. Dr. JLB, what's your take on this?
So that's it. So, I mean, my take is going to be, you're going to be hearing what I think literally right as we're botching along watching it. I have done little research on first of all, as you know, we've done research on certain botches, and I've heard about this Ultimate Warrior speech that he has done when he debuted in WCW. I never looked too much into it. And for those of you who do know about the speech, perhaps know how bad people talk about it, including even Eric Bischoff. So, as you mentioned, Fabe, this did happen on August 17th, 1998 on WCW Nitro, more specifically at 9 o'clock when they were still when they were still going up against Monday Night Raw, and this was when Monday Night Raw started, and it so happened that it was also during the Brawl for All matchup. So you didn't really miss much on Raw, and now you're going to see the Ultimate Warrior come through.
There are people who walked away from wrestling that night. I didn't realize it was going up against the Brawl for All. That's a botch in and of itself. We could watch the whole tournament in 1 month.
That's it. That's it. Absolutely. So that's quite a botch. They even did a Dark Side of the Ring on that too. So there's that's probably the biggest botch. I don't know. We're gonna watch this, and I guess we'll see, because from what people have told me and so on, and doing my research without really getting into much, because I really just want to see it, and for you guys as well to get my first impression on it, because I'm scared, and we know how Ultimate Warrior was with promos just in WWF to begin with, and that was almost a crapshoot, but awesome. This apparently wasn't along the awesome reel, so it shall be interesting to say the least. And
shall be very long.
yeah, so that's the thing, right? It was supposed to be a small little promo. Eric Bischoff kind of had mentioned to him, hey, just to kind of get the crowd excited. There wasn't really anything planned. It was more to be for shock value, but Warrior just went on for like 20 minutes almost, and everyone was completely disgusted by it. And even Eric Bischoff himself on his podcast had talked about it, saying that it was just a complete mess up, and no one knew what to do, essentially. And I'm excited, scared, excited, and just filled with emotions.
So again, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 14 seconds into this, on WCW Monday Nitro, August 17th, 1998. Just to give you a quick synopsis of what it says about this, for this Monday Nitro, while you're queuing that up, the network actually tells us Hulk Hogan receives the ultimate surprise. Bret Hart defends the United States Championship against Diamond Dallas Page. Probably makes this entire WCW Monday Nitro worth watching. J.J. Dillon makes a huge executive decision concerning Halloween Havoc, which would be relevant to this. Kurt Hennig battles Dean Malenko, who's going to be pissed off about that. Chris Jericho, Goldberg the Giant, and many more are featured. So that's really exciting. Again, at the 1 hour, 6 minutes, 14 second mark is where we're going to start. JLB, you want to give us the countdown? And
yeah, so guys, hopefully you're all queued up. If you're not queued up, just pause it and then queue it up. And then, but I'll still give you a countdown just in case you're ready and want to do it at the same time. So let me just get my volume going on. So obviously we personally can't show it to you for copyright reasons, which we will oblige by, but we hope you botch along with us, because it shall be a good time. So
you shouldn't be hearing us in the background, but if you do hear us in the background, hopefully the noise cancellation technology will remove that. So go ahead and count us down.
You'll definitely be hearing our expressions for sure, but you shouldn't be hearing the wrestling. If you do, there's editors for that, which good old Smarks will take care of. So, for sure. So, and a 5, and a 4, 3, 2, 1, botch along. Lego.
Okay, so we starting off. It sounds like Tony Schiavone's talking. Just the last segment, because we had to queue it up, we saw our good friend Scott Norton get a win. So we leave from a Monday Nitro segment, or an NWO segment, and go to an NWO segment. What I'm noticing is you see the fans were booing, so it's before NWO had regained some love, or had gained some love. You got Hogan and Bischoff and the Disciple coming out to the ring.
That's it.
When Smarks found this for you earlier today, when he says, "Oh my God, I'm pissed off that Ed Leslie's even on my screen."
Yeah, no, that's it. Just give me 1 second, man, because my thing is being very choppy. I'm going to switch it over to my phone.
Do we want to pause again?
Yes, we're pausing.
Okay.
On my phone, my thing. So hold on. I'll just get it mad quick. Mm.
Wow, wow. The cool part is we didn't miss anything here.
No, that's it.
We're at a minute and 7 seconds.
That's
or
it.
1 hour, 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, you keep fucking that up.
Crap.
1 minute.
I used to speak it in that longer terms. Usually when I'm referring to things, it's only in seconds. Long time.
Whoop. Okay, Nitro, most recent. Oh, man, the phone app is so much better. 98.
Yes, it is. But I have mine already queued up, so. And I want to be able to see the fans full screen as they boo, as they get excited for the Warriors.
Warrior. Okay. That's true. For some reason, the Canadian version on the phone locks everything out. So I think I'm good now. I let it load a bit.
Okay.
So
You're at 1 hour, 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Where you at?
Okay. I'll go there. Where are you? 1 hour, 7 minutes.
21 seconds. That's where we paused at. Sorry, fans. Technical difficulties on the very first episode.
Okay, I'm at 22 seconds.
Okay. I'll get 1 extra second on. There we go. All right, so Bischoff has a mic in the ring with Hogan. We'll count down again so you guys can restart it. We apologize. We're at the 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 22 seconds. Again, technical difficulties on the first episode, but we're not going to go back and restart because we want to be as natural as possible about this. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, botch along. Okay, so we've got Bischoff in the ring. I can still hear Shivani a little bit. Obviously, we're going to have the hard part with this is we can't have our audio up so loud that you guys can hear it.
Well, Bischoff is bragging that he's already the president, so that's always fun.
That's fun. President of the company. Here we go.
Oh, Hollywood definitely don't play no more stinking games. I don't even remember J.J. Dillon being the...
No, I don't either. That's odd.
That's it. So keep in mind, this is back in the time when there was regular NWO and Wolfpack NWO.
They were separated.
They were separated already. And Kevin Nash is no longer with that NWO, obviously, with Hogan's NWO. So it's a whole feud between everybody there. Hogan's basically mentioning he's going to be champion. Be the man that takes wrestling into the new millennium because it's his.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. You know, it's interesting. Ed Leslie looks like he could have actually been a tough guy. But
who, Hogan?
No, Brutus the Barber Beefcake back there behind him. You know who I'm really impressed with is Bischoff. Holding your arm out like that for a long time sucks.
Yeah, no, you're right. But at the same time, man, when you have someone as crazy and as eccentric as Hogan, you get excited. You're not feeling that numbness in your arm. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's legit.
So who is out there that Hollywood can't handle? Oh boy.
Here comes.
Here we go.
Here comes without his sandals on.
There's not a wrestler that he can't beat to win his belt back. There's not a war that he can't win to get his belt back. And there's not a warrior in the world. There we go. And the lights go out. The lights are flickering.
Hogan's nervous. What's going on?
Hogan's nervous.
My gosh. Bischoff looks pissed off and Hogan looks nervous. That's all that Taekwondo history, man.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Look at the lights. Oh, now it's spotlights. Now the lights have changed colors. Oh my gosh, is it the Undertaker?
Is it Is it? I
7?
hear sirens now. Is it the police? What's going on?
The police. Is it Scott Steiner? Oh, we got some pyro showing up here.
A really cheap pyro.
I think it's gonna flame in a second, man.
Okay. Jeez. This theme music isn't that great
legit
either.
all we get. No, he's past it now, so it'll flame up behind him.
Yeah,
There we go.
Music though. Jesus.
It's not great. Oh my gosh.
There we go. Okay, that looks nice now.
It's been 8 years.
8 years? Really?
It's been 8 years since he lost to Warrior.
Oh, yes. Okay, I thought 8 years since he's been in WWE. I'm like, no, not 8 years. No, that'd be messed up. So does Hogan. Of course Hogan recognizes him. And so do we. Hey! So apparently it took him, it was heavily rumored for him to be coming into WCW, but it had apparently it took him 4 months so he can get into shape. And also there was a lawsuit happening with the whole Warrior, use of the Warrior. So
yeah, because he had to change his legal name.
Oh, yep. Jesus. So I want to hear this botchiness.
Okay, we're going to get there here in a second. He thought he was dead. Warrior, Warrior. I've had a couple freezes here, so
me too.
I don't know how bad. Okay, good. So we're all, I think, still in a reasonable good spot.
I'm at 111.
Welcome back, Warrior, to a place you've never been, WCW.
Yeah.
Who holds the absolute power, huh? So they've got the dramatic pause here.
Yep. Fans are chanting like crazy. Obviously.
So at this juncture, this is really cool.
Yeah, this is pretty shocking, especially in a WCW ring. They haven't faced each other there in 8 years, like you mentioned.
Boy, that jacket.
That jacket's nice.
Oh, whatever.
He's talking like he's slurring, though, like hardcore, man. Like he's not ready.
Of course he's not ready. Because nobody is ready for Warrior.
And still not.
Crap, you could have cut a minute out here just with him pacing around.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, now he's going after Beefcake over there. Looking at Beefcake a bit. Oh, now he's just looking at Hogan. And now he's looking at the fans. Like, I don't think he was supposed to say anything, though. So I don't think he knew what to do anymore.
No, yeah.
And Bischoff's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, no formal introduction.
No, look at Hogan. Hogan, no.
No. Why not? Why not? What do you mean? I'm proper.
All right, is Hogan have his shirt off for you yet? Offered him the chance to join NWO. Ooh, I need to do a pause.
I think now he's about to do it.
Okay, I'll pause and let you catch up. So that's the problem with promos like this. I'm at 113.59.
Okay, I'm at 113.54, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now he wants him to join him.
14:03.
Okay.
And yeah, he's asking him to join him. I just want to sync up at this point. So
the mess you just made all over yourself.
Yes.
Which I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, neither does he.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Fair. You'd open your eyes and ears.
Yep.
Of the limited ability that you have.
So Warrior was always famous.
To understand the words that he has to say.
Huge.
Bro, what do you mean? Not even the most intellectual person can understand. For years he's watched. With you as his figurehead. That's a valid point. Okay.
Well, that's Vince. It's interesting he says that because Vince was trying to make him the figurehead until he got too egotistical for his own good, and then now he's too egotistical for his own good, and he has a very limited run here.
That's it. Something ultimate or warrior may soon reappear. I think that's the first time I hear someone say unrecreatable in those kind of syllables, though.
Uncreatable.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my gosh, it's already. Bischoff wants it to end already.
Yeah. You are witnessing that right now.
I didn't realize it was this early.
Yeah, Bischoff doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of like, what the hell?
Hogan and Bischoff.
Well, Hogan's just trying to play.
They're trying to put on a show.
Hogan is even like simmer down.
But I feel like he's already running long.
Yeah, Hogan's already telling him, like, bro, just drop the mic. Yo, he seems so out of it, Warrior.
I think that was Bischoff's opportunity to be like, you need to drop the mic. I think he's trying
Hold on.
He's like trying to understand.
History tells us Hogan sucks. All right, so the fans are into it, so I guess they're still kind of like, okay, you know?
Check out that dude.
Let's talk about something he doesn't know. Okay. History tells us, Hogan, that a man's legacy is built from the premise within his life, the moments lived become a piece of his history.
He stumbles over it, though.
He's conveniently, eloquently misplaced. And then there's a horn randomly.
Conveniently, eloquently misplaced pieces of your history.
Yeah.
I think I almost wish I could see Hogan's eyes because I think behind the shades right now he would be sitting there going,
well, "What are you doing, bud?"
I know.
Yeah, I think he's
about to get.
You may have beaten myths, legends, and giants, another great man. You never beat a warrior. I don't know. If you beat a myth, though, I mean, I'm pretty sure he can beat a warrior. Warriors are strong and everything, but a myth is pretty up there.
What's your time count right now?
And certainly not the ultimate one. I am at 1:18:26. You?
Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit behind. That's all right. We're okay. Time count right now?
1:18:39.
I'm going to be right there in a second. All right.
Okay, I stopped when he said I conquered. Just so let me know when you're there.
I defeated. Oh, no, I'm past you now. I conquered. Okay.
Okay.
There it is.
Unconquerable.
Unconquerable. On cue. All right. Have the network with faster internet than Central.
Oh, man, I feel like the network is just bad in general. It's always lagged for me.
Yeah.
So he's just gibbery, something about, like, to be fair, we don't even need to be in sync because even if we were, we still wouldn't know what's going.
Yeah, this isn't going to be the matches that we have planned for later the month. This is just, and it's pure gibberish. It's just interesting to see.
Let me introduce myself.
Introduce myself.
What have you been doing?
Have you been spending 27 minutes just
Jesus. Let's see.
This dude
must be your barber. Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Because he's the beefcake? Okay, I get it.
I wonder how Bischoff felt about that.
I didn't even realize that was Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
You didn't back then or today or either?
Oh, like back then or today or either. Because I don't remember Brutus. I was too young for him.
Who are you to Bischoff?
The guy that signs your paychecks, bud. And who invited you? Well, you did, Eric. You did.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. I never received an invitation. He just showed up on his own accord.
Just because he does what he wants when he wants. Randy Orton and Ultimate Warrior, same guy.
That's it. Something about him Hogan's gonna be in his own demise. Furthermore,
I'm impressed with Hogan's stone face. He does a really good job here, and he's about as cut as I think we've ever seen Hogan.
Oh,
here.
For sure, dude.
He does have a little bit of bulge in his tums, but I mean, you think about it. A lot of people thought his prime was 10 years before this, so you got to give him props. Warrior looks cut.
Warrior does not look cut. Warrior has a belly, though. You can tell. He just his upper.
Well, they both. I mean, you get into your 40s, the core is going to loosen up a little bit. Not everybody's Triple H.
That's true. The virtue of justice unties my hands so that he can continue.
He's still just going.
I don't even know what he's saying, though.
It's gibberish.
That memorable day or something? What? A Destiny at the next level.
Yeah.
Destiny.
The next superhero.
Reckoning the next superhero. So you went from the Ultimate Warrior. He defeats myths. Hogan can defeat myths, but he can't defeat superheroes. But he hasn't defeated a warrior. What are you, bro? You're a superhero now? Jesus. There's no sadder sight than when a grown man fears the challenge.
Are you just going to quote it the whole way through?
It helps me understand it better because holy moly. Oh. I mean, he's using a lot of big words, which kudos to him. You know,
but having a significant vocabulary doesn't make any sense if you can't put them together.
Yeah, you have to have a context, right? There has to be context. You can't just be like the super tabulous of electrons that go through the ultra system of our dynamics, and no, it has to.
It just keeps going. The problem is, so because they didn't prep for an actual physical alteration here, you can't even stop it with a physical alteration.
No, that's it.
Altercation, not alteration. I'm watching Warrior promos, so I get to make that mistake.
What's that?
The alteration of the inseam of justice.
Every time I mess up on WBU, I'm going to say, sorry, guys, I just finished watching a Warrior promo. What did he say about Hogan already has?
I don't know.
It sounded like gibberish to me. But Hogan understood it, apparently.
Yeah.
That's too easy, though.
Yeah, that is.
You felt guilty for being who you were. His mind became weak. And Hulkamania became boring.
Well, that's kind of like this promo.
Kind of right. Yeah, that's valid. He intends to launch a revolution.
Oh, yeah. All the warriors. One warrior nation revolution, I think.
Warrior nation.
Own. Let's find the courage for what?
Next week. Same warrior time. Same warrior place. Warrior channel.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Whew. Oh,
Oh,
scramble
I thought he was doing that. Oh,
back
okay.
in
It
the
was like,
Titantron days.
oh,
So,
Jesus. Oh, and then there's
of course,
smoke in the
there's got to be smoke, and he'll disappear. Lights go out. Quick, run down the ramp. You wonder if he ran down the ramp or under the ring.
I would hope he ran
So,
the ring.
so he came down the aisle, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, that's odd. Why didn't you just? They should have done that the other way around. Should have just had a bunch of smoke. He appeared. That would have been crazier than him coming down the ramp.
Oh, Batman logo with Warrior.
Oh, Batman Warrior logo,
That's
whatever.
so stolen. All right.
Jesus.
So
moments ago,
that was 19 minutes. 19 minutes.
Wow.
I gotta dog a little bit on Bischoff here. So this is the moment, since both of us partake in things that are not healthy for us. This is probably the moments to do it because we don't have to queue anything up right now. I have to kind of dog a little bit on Bischoff for his review on this on the 83 Weeks podcast. Of course, you guys can go watch that and listen to it. But I got to dog on him a little bit here for this because, quite frankly, it was just 15 minutes of Warrior rambling, and buck stops to you on this one, Bischoff. I really, much as I don't want to dog on you on this, I really can't help but point out the fact that you could have told him he only had a 5-minute promo here.
And that's it. So I feel like perhaps I know that's it. So I think Bischoff might have told him though that he's just gonna come out there, and because he mentioned that Warrior was really excited to go out there and so on and so forth. Like for instance, no, okay, I thought I did have the information there. But they mentioned early on in the day Warrior was really excited to go out there, but Bischoff did mention that it was just going to be a quick thing to show his face, But I guess he just got excited. He just got excited. He was out there. He wanted to, talk, and you don't know what you're going to do, right? Because I think he was just going to say, I'm coming after you, and that's it. And that's all Bischoff expected him to say.
And noticeably, at about 10 to 12 minutes into the segment, which would have left a hole just based on how long that was between, because it was 2 full commercial breaks. It was 19 minutes. Based on that, you had time for a wrestling match. I think recapping it to redraw the card, so Bischoff has a little bit of time, because now the next match has to be, the next match is going to be the same length, because you don't want to rewrite that one. So do you drop a 5-minute match now an hour and a half into a 3-hour show, or do you cut somebody else's promo? Mm-hmm. Do you have 2 really good performers in Bret Hart and DDP agree to cut their match a little bit short because they're smart enough to be able to do it on the fly?
That's it. Like,
I mean, how pissed off am I if I'm a wrestling fan and I know that I could have gotten 4 to 6 more minutes of Bret Hart and DDP,
Well, not even that. Like, look, I wouldn't mind giving that time, but this guy was just he wasn't saying anything. Like, even from the get-go, like he starts off, talk to me, Warriors, feel the real power, Hogan. Who holds the absolute power now? Hollywood Hogan. Unleash the raging voice, Warriors.
Of the pinnacle of the erection of the industry.
Seems as if no formal introduction is going to be necessary. Actually, it seems as if there are those who were anticipating my arrival. History tells us that a man's legacy is built on the premise within his life that within his life moments once lived, become a piece of history. Somehow you have conveniently and even, um, uh, okay, I can't even say words now. Eloquently misplaced pieces of your history. In the one-time epical battle between us, Hogan, you were the quintessential influence of what was good, great, and heroic. But otherwise, but Jesus, but I'm trying to still be with the same boys. You were quintessential, influential of what was good, great, and heroic, but different than what you may remember. Although you have beaten myths, legends, giants, and other great men, you never beat a war. Like, he really didn't say much.
It's the power of the adjective.
Yeah.
He just uses adjectives and adverbs.
Yeah.
Like, if you break down a sentence, he's got 77 adjectives, 123 adverbs, and a noun and a verb. And the rest is just descriptors for just garbage. And that's why it took so long. It was like, what? I feel like he just, like, if Google would have existed back then, he would have had so many more words to say.
I felt like he was in the dictionary in the back, just looking it up, and I felt like for those 4 months,
EJ next to it. I'll use that one. Ooh, that's a long one.
That's a long one. Yeah, like, I don't know, man. It's just,
think about it. They made a university. They turned the power plant into Warrior University because of this. There were fans of wrestling, professional wrestling, who were about my age, because I'd have been 18 when this happened. Who were fans of professional wrestling who looked at this and thought, yeah, that's the guy I want to learn from. Myself included.
Really? Oh, no way, man. I don't know. Like, it's just nonsensical, though. Like, you can clearly tell he didn't have a script, obviously. To be honest with you, it was bad. Definitely bad. I thought it was going to be worse, though. I feel like I've seen worse promos, although I think the fans were kind of helping out, though, in my opinion, because the fans were really cheering still. They were chanting Hogan sucks. It seemed to have quieted down a little bit every so often, because I think, yes, eventually
here's the deal. Going through 20 minutes of one guy talking, late night shows don't do that. I mean, you think about it. David Letterman's opens were 10 minutes tops. His monologues, Jimmy Kimmel's are 10 minutes. Now, during COVID, of course, things have been a little bit different, and you get a little bit more Trevor Noah and Jimmy Kimmel and all those guys. But just because it's tough to have guests, except for via Skype. Why am I getting another call?
No, my bad. I was trying to switch it on my phone.
Oh.
But that doesn't seem to be working.
That was weird.
That sucks, though. Why doesn't it show? Hold on. Nope, I can't switch. Okay, never mind. Go ahead, as you were saying.
That's okay, because we're going to, at the end of this one, we'll cut it off. So, and then we can BS about other stuff or what we're going to do for the next show next week. Anyway, so absolutely incredibly long. This is the power of the professional wrestling promotion, that they use eloquent and extemporaneous adjectives to describe every single iota and modicum of what they're about to say. It's long, and he was the exemplary version of it,
it was, and Bischoff just looked so disappointed. He even was on his not on his knees, but he was
mark. Or before the 12-minute mark. Like we started at 1 hour and 6 minutes and 14 seconds on this thing. 1 hour, 6 minutes and 14 seconds. We had a couple pauses of our own because of technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll get this worked out. We've had Smarks to carry us for this a lot, and he's not on these. So anyway, it's incredible to me that Bischoff knew this was running long already at that point. So it was obvious. He told him, "Hey, we're gonna run a 3-minute segment after you come out." And he's like, "This is longer than 3 minutes."
Yeah, definitely was longer than 3 minutes for sure. 19 minutes, we said, right? 18 minutes.
19 minutes is what it ran. I have to give Ed Leslie one prop here, and Smarks, if he listens to this or when he listens to this as he's editing, he's probably gonna stab me on WBU. He may even call a crime. But Ed Leslie was the first one to start acting as though, okay, well, we're running long. We may as well act like we're talking amongst ourselves about how scared we are. Him and Hogan. That Bischoff was like, "What the hell do I do?"
That's it. And there's nothing you can do, right? If he wasn't there.
And I was the one who invited you, and let's Warrior have it back. Like, just turn and walk away. No, you're done, man. Like, I don't know. How do you handle such a botch? Oh my gosh.
Especially when you're in the ring, right? You can't necessarily call for anybody or anything without anyone noticing anything. You know what I mean? I'm sure why didn't you have some kind of signal though? Like, I don't know, if I put 2 fingers up or something, someone cut off his mic, but you also don't want to ruin that moment either, because that is a big moment. This moment could have been something. And even if it was going bad, the fans are still kind of participating in it. They're still, somewhat there. They're still somewhat excited. I imagine if you were there, you didn't notice how bad of a botch it maybe was, because you're still excited to see the Warrior.
Well, and because when you're switching back to WWE, you still just have Bart Gunn winning it wasn't the night that he won, but the Brawl for All.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, well, we'll just go back to Warrior talking too much.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's great.
To be fair, it wasn't it was bad. It's definitely like top 10 worst promos ever. Especially, and I think the fact that it being a Hogan Warrior kind of promo, just those 2 men facing each other, that was such an iconic thing. They were the powers.
That big. That's the equivalent of 10 years ago Stone Cold The Rock happening again.
Exactly. And I think that's why
Bischoff saved it.
That's it. I think that's why Bischoff was also scared, because he's like, well, what if in the ring it doesn't seem that it's bad, but what if the fans are really liking it? I don't want to cut this off. Like, he could have thought a whole bunch of things too. I definitely want to listen to his 83 weeks about this whole shindig in hindsight, because he completely regrets it. There is, he even mentions for a little bit, he mentions that there's nothing to comment on. I'll reiterate what I said earlier. There is no place in WCW for Ultimate Warrior, given his track record and past history. I don't know him personally. He said this back on April 1st of 98. So I don't know if that maybe was just kind of like a thing to throw people off, but maybe he just kind of did it. Maybe he didn't really actually like the guy, though. He just kind of did it because, hey, screw WWE, I'm gonna up one them, sort of ordeal, you know. But yeah, it was just bad. Just really bad. I'm very curious.
I'll go ahead and go on record. He did not. He was as successful at destroying Hogan as the Dungeon of Doom was. So anyway, we've been at this for a while. We We've got to figure out what we're going to choose for next week. So that was the very first ever Botch Along. Go watch it. It is. It is. How many times does he say no there? No, 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 no. That's too easy because he felt guilty.
I'm going with 12. I'm going with 12. Yep. With 12. And honestly, if you botched along with us, you should have already watched it. Rewatch it again, and just pay homage to Ultimate Warrior. It's not his greatest moment, but I'm sure maybe the guy was going through some stuff there too. But this is what happens, folks, when you don't plan something ahead. You either botch a promo like the Ultimate Warrior did, or or you just end up injuring someone, which is a prelude to what perhaps will be next week. Because usually when you do botches, it's not only promos where it just makes everyone look stupid. People can also get injured. So
yeah, we'll just tell you next week is HBK Vader. But we do have to plan how we're going to do it and where we're going to start at and all that type of stuff. Holy smokes. What was that? Anyway, just a reminder, Raw and Order is a member of the Tatnus Co. Podcast Network. Now that you've listened to this, go listen to one of theirs. It probably won't be as botched as this episode is, which goes right along with the Botch Along.
Yep.
As well as we have sites. We have lots of stuff. First and foremost on Twitter, I am at DA Vincent K. Fabe. You are...
I'm at JLB420. Real Talk Radio is the brand at Real Talk Radio 8. Anchor.fm/RTR. You can, of course, follow Raw and Order at Raw and Order WBU on their Twitter. If you want to support us on Patreon, we'll have the link for over there as well down below.
Yeah. Only one level now. Everybody gets everything, except for merch at the one level, which is really cool. $3. $3 American.
That's it.
It's pretty easy. And the cool part with that being only at one level, if you still want merch, we do still have shop.spreadshirt.com/Raw and Order WBU. Go check it out there. In fact, right now, because I knew we were doing this tonight, and I'm pumped about an episode that is just us two who really do enjoy each other, even though we like to bicker back and forth on the other shows. We don't play straight men on the other show. Okay, we do play straight men. We don't play the straight man. God damn, there's no way to say that right.
No.
Anyway,
I'm not even going to do that statement. Jesus.
Smarks is the straight man on the other shows. And
is he though?
We're the fun ones. He's the straight man. And so doing this, just the two of us, there isn't a straight man in the group.
What a bunch.
I really enjoyed Cock. What'd you think of Cock? Anyway, that was a reference to Clash of Champions. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Did we miss the Wix app? We got the Wix app in there.
Yes. So of course you can go on to our Wix, the Wix website at wix.com/Raw and Order WBU. That will also be there. Hasn't been updated much. We got to get something going. At least putting up some.
Are we missing something?
Well, I don't know. Well, we of course Anchor. If you want to go to their podcast, we have they're on. Oh. We're on Spotify's Apple Podcasts. You can definitely rate us at Apple Podcast at Raw and Order WBU. But if you go to anchor.fm/Raw and Order WBU, you'll find all of where the streams are, and certainly go to your best stream there. Watch it, listen to it rather, where you want to listen to it. We got the Patreon, we got the anchors, we're of course by Tatnus. The 5 stars,
just like Jim Cornette had watching this promo from the Ultimate Warrior. The number of aneurysms Jim Cornette had watching this promo from the Ultimate Warrior. And boy, Sparks is better at that one too. Don't tell him that. Anyway, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Our rankings are directly affected by those number of stars. So give us 5 stars on there. I don't have anything else. Do you?
No, that's pretty much it. I would just like to thank you guys for botching along with us. If you do enjoy it, please feel free to leave us any comments, what you thought of the Ultimate Botch promo that the Ultimate Warrior did, and keep us posted. You can tweet us, whatever have you, however you want to contact us. You can do that there. All of our stuff's going to be there, and there is a lot of stuff on the WWE Network, which means there's a lot of stuff that has been botched, and we will certainly be your botch crew to get through all of that with you. Yeah, that's it. So that is it, I guess, bud. Thank you for watching this Ultimate Botch with me.